Hello, y'all. This is Amanda with Amanda in the Beg, Tat Mama in the Beg Brigade. Excuse me, tongue tied. My first tutorial. I wanted to kind of give y'all a little bird's eye view of what I've been working on. This is the scrap blanket I've been working on. This is the this particular yarn is a pale yellow from like a vintage Red Heart. Some Red Heart yarn I bought from a garage sale a while back, and I've just been working through it. And this is pale yellow. This is Mainstays multi blue, and this is yarn that I caked up and intended to use for hats and stuff, and then just changing gears a little bit and decided to make blankets. So I balled everything up into 2-strand balls, because when you're loom knitting you need 2 strands for worsted weight, which is number 4. And so everything is in these tight balls where they're in 2-strand balls, so I can cake them up, and then I can grab both ends and ball it up into two-strand balls. So that's what I did with most of this yarn, is like that, to where it's just balled up in 2-strand balls. But this is what they call an owl eye stitch, which is done by Deborah Shaw. She has a YouTube channel. She also has a Facebook page devoted to us loom knitters. And this is one of the few mistakes you'll see on my blanket here. This is where I accidentally forgot which direction I was going, and put it down and went to just got it and went and do something, come back, forgot which direction I was going, and went the opposite direction and created a little hole for myself, which, as you can tell, is not going to unravel or get messed up. It's just a little hole. Crochet items have holes in them all the time, and that it's no harm, no foul. So this is not like I'm going to sell this blanket or anything. Also, ignore the little black hair. You might see some dog hair on this because, well, I have a black lab and he has hair all over my house. And I'm not ashamed of that because I love my dogs. But this is a 36 peg loom. This is this is the second largest size I have. This is a 41 peg loom. This is the larger size. This is the one that I'm using for the blanket yarn that I'm doing for my son. I'm doing his blanket in the Bernat blanket yarn, and I'm doing his on this size, this loom. So what I'm doing is one panel I'll do in the regular acrylic four worsted yarn, and then one panel I'll do in the blanket yarn. So I'm going back and forth until I get enough panels to sew together for both blankets. So this is the owl eye stitch, and I just wanted to kind of give y'all an idea of how that works. And so what I've got here is, you just I'm going to give y'all a little example of how this works. Now, I don't sit like this normally to work on things. I do this with it sitting across my body watching TV. But this here is just a typical loom pick. I don't use anything fancy, just a regular plastic, see, just plastic loom pick. And I just because you've already went through this one here, because each peg gets wrapped twice essentially, but you'll go through here and you loosely stretch the yarn across loosely, because if you do this too tightly you can't get the yarn over the peg. So bear with me, I'm not used to looking through my phone to do this either. And so you just come up over like that, and come up over like so, and then you kind of push everything down, you grab it, and you just go again, and you do this like this. So basically, peg 1, peg 2, and then do like this, and then this becomes peg 1, this becomes peg 2. At least that's how they teach you in a lot of the tutorials. I'm tangled up, hold on. Yeah, first tutorial and all, I got a little tangled up, but I'm good. But when I'm sitting, I can go pretty fast with this when I'm doing it, because I get in a rhythm and I can just let the yarn flow through my fingers, and I go pretty quick with it. But as you can see, very simple stitch. And of course, you know, you just, when you get to the other side, you just turn around and you go back this way, and you just go this way and then this way until you get to the end of your yarn. And then I'll have to come back and do a bind off with you all and show you how I do the bind off or the cast off. That took me a while to get really good at the cast off. But this is basically how I've been doing this. And I'll do the stitch one more time. And it's super easy. You just do a regular, for those of you that have either loom knitted before or know a little bit about loom knitting, you just do your regular E-wrap cast on. You don't have to do anything special to do. I mean, you can do that crochet cast on that Deborah teaches, but I have discovered that the regular E-wrap cast on works just as well. So, I mean, you can do it her way if you choose, but you can do it the E-wrap cast on. It doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't change the outcome. I am going to do a tutorial for the bind off, because I've discovered a lot of people have a lot of trouble with binding off flat panels, and I was one of those people for months. I had trouble with that. But that is the owl eye stitch, and if you just go back and forth, it gives a beautiful lined up stitch, and there's no blocking involved. It just knits perfectly straight, just like if you were doing a garter stitch. There's no blocking or having to flatten anything with a garter stitch. It stays flat and drapey. This will stay flat once I'm done. I mean, as you can tell, it already, I don't know if y'all can tell that. Well, there it goes. There goes the tripod. Great. That's just dandy. My house is a disaster, y'all, so I'm trying not to show y'all all that. But it will, I mean, it already shows that it's flat, but as soon as I put this down, it does that. So, anyway, so that's the owl eye stitch so far. As y'all seen the panels that I've shown y'all in my other videos, those obviously are very flat and drapey, and they don't curl up, so I won't have to do any blocking. But that's the owl eye stitch. Hopefully that helps anybody that might be wondering what in the world I'm doing with these panels and how I'm getting that particular stitch to look that particular way. It's very simple, and as you can see, not that hard. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. I love y'all. And remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friends at the shelter. Bye.